Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee, and where others die, I simply flee. This is the Bumblebee, and I am Kade, and welcome to what is likely going to be the final Starfield shipbuilding video. This is probably the ultimate fighter that you can play with in Starfield without running any mods or anything else, just the base game. This is a B-class ship, packing the highest damage particle cannons available in the fixed formats. Combine those with optional really solid EM projectors for any boarding operations, the fastest engines available in game, and quite frankly, you will take on anything without ever having to worry about it. Fleets are no problem, M-class ships are no problem. For whenever you're running low on shields, you simply hit that boost button and you boost upwards to over just 850. You run away, recharge those shields, and then re-engage. And you can just do that as many times as you want. Truly, yeah, nothing can deal with this ship. It has the highest speed, the highest mobility, and the highest firepower. It is the Bumblebee. So let's go ahead and take a look through a brief interior, for it's very small, and then I will show you how you can build this ship. And the nice thing about this one, you only need to be in one location to get all of the parts. So then, starting here with the bridge, it is a Taio module. A very lovely little bridge module here, nice and bright, really has a good atmospheric feel, with a good view out through those windscreens. So it's one of the better bridges to be using, especially for the smaller ones, and it is a really compact size, which helps it even more. Connected then to the back of it, we find our Stroud Ackland control station. So this allows you to still have those crew stations on board, so you can still assign up to 6 crew to this ship. So you can still get all of the bonuses from all of those crew members. Then going in here, we have a small companionway, which is of course flanked by our traditional modules, being a science lab on this side and a workstation on the other side. This gives us of course our crafting stations that we need for our gameplay needs. Up here we find the docking module, and then down the ladder we can go and we look straight into our living quarters. The reason we're not running a captain's quarters is because this one actually comes with the functional galley. And of course with that we have all of the crafting stations completed. Then to the rear we find ourselves an armory, where you can stack all of your lovely weapons all over the place as you desire, and of course exit the ship through the Taio landing bay. And that makes up the entire interior of this very small ship, because large sizes do not really mix well with small lethal fighters. So with that interior done, I'll see you soon, and we can take a look at how you can build this amazing little ship. So here she is then, laid out for you. 2 decks, because that's all that we have. Well, we went over the interior before, but I'll show you quickly which modules we were over again. From Stroud, a living quarters, a companionway, a armory, then from Taio, the landing bay, then going up from Stroud, companionway, workshop, science lab, control station, docking module from Connect Pro, and from Taio, the Dymo Enhanced Cockpit. That is our interior spaces. Very small, very compact, all that we really need. Then, for the functional bits that make this ship shine, we have the White Dwarf 3015 engines, of course. They are the ones that give us that lovely 180 base top speed, or 215 with maxed out skills. You're going to be very, very speedy. To power everything, we have the 104 MAC reactor. This is of course the best B-class reactor. At 39 power output, it is only one short of the best C-class reactor. For our grav drive, we're a very small ship. We don't need a very big grav drive, so we're sticking with an A-class grav drive, the good old R4000. It will get us the maximum jump rates possible, so there's no need to go any bigger. Then for those weapon systems that make this ship truly shine, we have the Exterminator 95 Mega Electron Volt, whatever that is, Auto Hellion Beam. 3 of these will be fitted. They are really powerful particle beams. But of course they're not alone. They are also combined with no less than 4 of the PBO 175 Auto Hellion beams. These two are when it comes to fixed particle beams some of the most damaging weapons in the game. As I said, you can only get more firepower out of particle weapons when you look at the turrets when you go to C class. But for these fixed weapons, at B class, there is where they are. So that gives us that ability to make this very small and light package. Now we augment this for when we want to do some boarding operation with 4 of the Firebolt 4000 suppressors. They are great to give us that nice EM damage for whenever we desire that in our operations. You can see 2 here, and the final 2 are stacked below over here. Then a little bit of cargo capacity has been added in the form of a pair of the Gamma 1020 cargo holds. They just fit in very neatly and give us a little bit of cargo capacity, not a whole lot at 900 base, but enough for us to get around with a fighter class ship. Then landing gear. We have 3 of the Taio landing gear modules here. Of course a fore, mid and aft version, and that is mirrored on the other side. When it comes to the structural components, we have a Taio braking engine, the Stroud caps, 4 of those in total, and a bunch of the Stroud mid bracers. You can see 3 on either side here and 2 on either side over here. And then finally, to let in a bit of light, we have some portholes. And of course, in order to get going, for long distances, we have 2 of the H30 Atlas fuel tanks. They're not the most mass efficient, but they are very space efficient. And with some clipping, we can fit 2 of them in here just around this Stroud engine bracer, which we actually use to brace our Warden SG400 shield generator. All of these parts can be get from Neon, just at the landing pad ship vendor guy. So you don't need to go all over the place. You can literally go to Neon, go to the landing pad ship guy, and build the ship out completely. All the parts are available there, so it's a very simple ship to build. Now of course you will need access to at least the piloting for B-class ships. You're going to need ship design 4, and you're going to need the level to get access to all of these components. So probably looking at around, top of my head, level 50-ish, 51 to get access to all of these exact components. Though this is a more mid to late game ship, but if you want something that is small, light, agile, fast, and absolutely dangerous and lethal, this is the ship you want to build. The only thing that you will not have for this ship is the ability to really move around passengers or cargo. This is not a hauler, this is a fighter, and it will do it really well. And with that, we are coming to the end then for the Starfield ship videos. I think we've covered a very nice broad range of ship designs and options. I've shown you, of course, initially with the guide, like how can we make interiors that don't cause any conflict. We kept that style upwards throughout these entire videos. We built a nice wide range of ships for you to try around with and to get inspiration from. So for me, from here on outwards, we'll have to see what we're going to do. I thought about doing some outpost stuff, but there's a lot of people that have already covered that really well, and I don't see the point in repeating that exercise, so to speak. So what is likely going to mean? Well, for me with Starfield, I'm probably going to leave it to the side for a bit. I may go back to a bit more some Star Citizen stuff. I may also look into just some Cyberpunk stuff. I really don't know yet. I just have to see whatever is gonna come up with. And if you have any, suggestions or ideas where you're like, hey, I would like you to look at this or cover that, by all means, let me know down below, and I'll take a look at it. I'm all up for inspiring thoughts. But for now, I would like to thank you all very much for watching the series on the Starfield shipbuilding. It has been quite amazing to do all of these and to see the results of them. It was, kind of surprising, as I mentioned before, and been really nice. So I really would like to thank you all for that. But for now, I've been Kade. Goodbye.